An application programming interface (API) serves as an intermediary that enables different software systems, applications, or services to interact with each other, exchange data, and access functionalities. APIs provide a standardized way for developers to integrate diverse software components, enabling them to build more complex and powerful applications. Here is a detailed introduction to APIs. 1. Purpose of APIs. APIs fulfill several important purposes in software development. Interoperability. APIs enable different software systems to communicate and work together, even if they are developed using different programming languages, platforms, or technologies. Abstraction. APIs abstract away the internal implementation details of a software component, exposing only the necessary functionalities and hiding complexity. This simplifies development and maintenance. Reuse. APIs promote code reuse by allowing developers to leverage existing functionalities and services provided by other applications or platforms rather than reinventing the wheel. Scalability. APIs facilitate the modular design. 4. API development and consumption. API development. APIs are developed by defining endpoints, specifying request and response formats, implementing business logic, and handling authentication and authorization. Good API design principles such as consistency, simplicity, and flexibility are crucial for creating well-designed APIs. API consumption. Developers consume APIs by integrating them into their applications using client libraries, SDKs, software development kits, or by making HTTP requests directly. Comprehensive API documentation is essential for understanding how to use an API effectively. 5 considerations for API design. Consistency. APIs should follow consistent naming conventions, parameter formats, and error handling practices to make them intuitive and easy to use. Flexibility. APIs should be flexible enough to accommodate different use cases and user needs without requiring unnecessary complexity or overhead. Security. APIs should implement appropriate security measures such as authentication, authorization, encryption, and rate limiting to protect against unauthorized access and ensure data integrity and confidentiality. Performance. APIs should be protocol and format. APIs use specific protocols and data formats to facilitate communication between different software components. Commonly used protocols include HTTP, REST, SOAP, and GraphQL. Data formats such as JSON, JavaScript Object Notation, and XML are often used for data interchange. Endpoints. Endpoints are the URLs or URIs exposed by an API that developers can use to access its functionalities. Each endpoint typically corresponds to a specific operation or resource. For example, a social media API might have endpoints for retrieving user profiles, posting updates, or fetching news feeds. Request and response. APIs rely on a request-response model where clients make requests to the API by sending HTTP requests with specific parameters, and the API responds with the requested data or performs the requested operation. Requests often include information such as HTTP method, get, post, put, delete, headers, query parameters, and request body for post and put requests. Authentication and authorization. APIs may require authentication and authorization mechanisms to control access to their resources and functionalities. This ensures that